All right, hello everybody. We're just going to jump right into it. Let's get after it. Helps if I turn the mic on. Boom. Hey, everybody. How's things? Oh, man, I guess I didn't shut my tablet off last time I had it on. I thought I always shut that thing off. Oh, well, you know how it is. Sometimes, especially when you get old, you just forget about things. I think Lloyd forgot about the show tonight. He's usually in the green room there, 15, 20 minutes early, and tonight at like 10 till, I was texting him saying, hey, are you coming? Anyway, speaking of Lloyd, let's go ahead and bring in the absolutely famous legend in his own mind, everybody, Lloyd Mendenhall, the Grumpy Blogger.
No, I was actually there, and I kept trying to reconnect, and it didn't connect until after you texted me. Usually it pops on automatically. For some reason it didn't tonight. So.
Oh wow, that's weird. Well, I didn't get VMix started till about quarter till this time.
Okay, well I kept trying to click it, and I was, and then just as you started the timer, somebody rang the doorbell. My son showed up, so he's back there visiting with his mom right now. So.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'll fix it.
But
there.
I've got to. This is. You still have epidemic sound?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This is. Well, here, I'll just play it. It's the Queen's birthday today.
Ah.
Anyways, let's go back to yours. That was, and it was supposed to have started over. It didn't start the sound over, but today was the Queen's birthday, and I was talking to Greg, and I thought, well, okay, I'll put together something for happy birthday to the Queen. This is just another paid holiday for them.
Oh, there you go. All right. Hello, Kai.
They celebrate when the Queen changes her knickers and when Prince Charles gets lucky, and
What the hell are knickers?
You don't know what knickers are?
I know what underdrawers are.
Well, that's the same thing.
Oh. Okay.
Knickers and underdrawers, just.
See, I guess I just convert everything back to here because this is where I'm at. So it's like.
Well, but I've used the term knickers for years. Don't get your knickers in a twist.
Well, yeah, but that's sarcasm.
Yeah, but still. So you got your laser printer and got it fixed, it looks like.
Well, just about. I'm printing the last piece right now, the mount for the top to hold the cable chain on the top side for the x-axis. That part, it's a big double L thing going to come up off the back side of the stepper motor mount and carry the chain back and forth, so it'll pull the cable back and forth without putting tension on them. Yeah. That piece is going to take 7 hours to print. I started on this project yesterday morning, and at 2 o'clock this morning I went to bed, and I started a 12-hour print at that point, and it got done today. And in the meantime, I was editing video, 2 other videos I'm working on, and waiting on video for that to run because I was making the chain and recording the time lapse on that so that I could get it added into the video because I wanted that video to go up today. And anyway, it's been full throttle nonstop for about 48 hours. Man, I'm wore out.
I have to go look at mine, but I think mine's already tracked. Mine's already laid in track, so the cables don't.
Well, isn't your 3D printer the same as your laser? Isn't it 3-in-1, or is it different machines?
No. I got 2 different machines. I got a 2-in-1, which is a laser / CNC.
Okay.
And then my 3D printer is separate.
Separate. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's start out with some greetings.
The CNC first. Yeah.
My little brother, Backwoods Droner, they were first ones in the chat tonight. And Art is here, and Bob Casey, and Jody from Drone Shots. And I'm scrolling down the list here as fast as I can, guys. Drone Life RC, Jody, Tammy, Bob Casey, Tammy, Backwoods Droner. Well, it was just 3 or 4 people there for quite a while. TexArc Drone Guy showed up. Sunrise Chris, Sunrise Water Media showed up. Thank you guys for coming in. Chris Hope is not going to be in tonight because he's at a t-ball game with the grandkids. So
they're trying to make up for all the ones that got rained out.
Yeah, so he probably probably won't make it tonight. I'm guessing he's going to be busy. But anyway, thank you everybody for coming. A little bit light on the viewer count so far. I'm only seeing about 13 or so, but that's all right. It'll be okay. So I got
just showed up.
What's that?
Ben T just showed up.
Oh, okay. Well, that didn't even show up in my chat when you said it. Hello, Ben. Welcome. Thank you. Maybe I wasn't scrolled down all the way. So, yeah, this laser printer, I mean, when the X and Y move around, it pinches cables and pulls on them, and the cables aren't even long enough for it to wrap around the sides and go down the side of the machine and let it run all the way to the far end of the axis on the Y-axis. You know, it just...
And you've got the board, that brain board, which is clear at the back of your system on that.
Yeah, the controller board.
Mounted right on the controller board. Mine's actually mounted on the axis.
That's where this one is now.
Yeah.
That's what I showed in the video. I moved it. I put everything on the x-axis, so all the cabling and everything will all move with the x-axis.
Yeah.
I mean, with the y-axis, it'll move up and down the length. And then when the X moves back and forth across side to side, those 2 cables will be in the cable chain, and it'll be good to go. I 3D printed that cable chain even. I printed it all.
Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty slick.
The 3D printer has gotten a workout this weekend, I'll tell you what. And it's still going. About, I don't know, 3 or 4 o'clock, I started a 7-hour piece that I need to finish this project. And anyway,
I've got too many hobbies going. I've got to get back into that, and I haven't even fired up my laser printer yet.
I know last time you said something about it. You said you were, when you first got it, you were afraid to fire it up, but it's It's not a big deal. It's really not. In fact, it's a little more satisfying, huh?
Yeah, I've got the 7 kilowatt laser. Or 7,000 watt, whatever it is.
Yeah, 7,000 watt. That's the input.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the output. Let me see. I got to check and see what. Oh, wrong phone. I got to check. I can't remember. This one's
what I'm doing. I've moved the camera for Judy over on this side.
Oh, is that what you're looking at?
Keeps wanting to. Yeah, I'm looking at that. Yeah.
This one I know it's a 20 watt, so I guess that's 20,000 kilowatts or 20 kilowatts or something.
20 kilo. Well.
I'm sorry. It's a 15. It's a 15 watt. Okay. So 15,000 milliwatts, and it comes out to 4.5 on the output.
Right.
So if yours is 7 milliwatts or 7,000 milliwatts, then that's the normal, like about a 3 watt, 2.5, 3 watt diode laser.
No,
This one's a diode too.
Yeah, let me see. Where did I get it from?
The CO2 lasers are a little more powerful, but they're a little more expensive.
Right. They're, yeah.
So, and this one I got secondhand. The guy that I got it from had to sell it because he wanted to get a bigger one. So,
yeah, I'm trying to.
But
see.
I'm having a good time with it. I tried my hand at my first engraving on it, and this is just 3mm plywood. The first time I tried it, I had it too hot and too slow, and it was burning in too much. So I backed the power off to about 70%, and I sped it up. I doubled or maybe I tripled the speed on the movement, and I ended up with that. I made it bigger too, and I ended up with that. So that turned out absolutely perfect. The wood's not burnt.
That's nice.
It's etched real good. So
maybe I got it at.
Hello, Captain Ray.
There's eBay and what's the other place?
Banggood.
No, I bought it here in the.
What brand is it?
Amazon.
Oh.
I have no idea. I can't remember.
I've
slept since then.
But anyway, so I'm really enjoying it, and the way this one's made, I mean, I've looked at a whole bunch of them, and they're all made the same way of this type of model, and it's like, why don't those people that build this thing get some brains and mount the shit where it needs to be, and you know,
exactly,
and then it would work, and it would work dependably. But anyway, they don't. I don't know what the problem is.
Yeah, I know.
But it's shameless plug time. So I'm going to go ahead and switch screens over here right now. If you want to send email to the show or a video link that you want to share, as long as it's yours, 400AGL uploads at gmail.com is the place to do that. And then, of course, if you need to send something, DJI, to the show personally through the snail mail, like a package, that's best done at P.O. Box 12, Holiday, Tennessee 38341. And I've also got this other thing I want to, let's see what happens when I do this. Yeah, that thing there. Remote Pilot 101. Go to my website, 400agl.net. You'll find a button with a link that says Remote Pilot. You will get your lifetime membership with Remote Pilot 101, where you can learn to study and find out what you got to do to get your 107 certificate. And the 107 certificate allows you to do things like fly for hire, play your videos on YouTube legally if you're monetized, even if you're not, because you know Google can monetize them now. If you get a crazy rockin' video with millions of views, you bet Google's going to monetize it. So you better have your 107 for that too. But anyway, $99 I think it is, 95 or 99, I don't remember, but it's a lifetime membership for remotepilot101.com.
Yeah, mine says it's a 7-watt engraver.
Okay, so that's 7 watts input.
Well,
So
what it says is the output. So.
Huh?
That's what the output's supposed to be, is 7 watts.
It's not a CO2, it's a diode.
Right. So maybe it is just a, let's see. Yeah, output. Okay, there it is. Power supply, output. No, that's the power supply. It's channels. Okay. Let's see.
What are you talking about, Art?
It says it's a 7,000 milliwatt module engraving. So
7,000 milliwatts. That's the input power.
right.
Yeah.
That's the input power.
Right.
Okay.
Which is 7 watts.
Right. Yeah.
Which means the output power is 3 or so.
Oh, it says here. I'm just looking at output 7 watts. It's a 7,000 milliwatt module. The output is 7 watts.
Wow. Okay.
That's what I thought. I got the highest end one they had at the time. That wasn't the CO2.
Yeah.
Or whatever that is.
What'd you spend on that? You haven't had it very long.
I don't know. Yeah, no, I just got it at Christmas time. I think I spent, what did I pay on it? $389.
Wow. Amazing. She's the gal who ran for governor for Georgia. Oh.
And that's a 2-in-1. It's called the Yo Fully.
It's called a what? Who?
It's the 2-in-1 YOFULY. Yo Fully.
Okay.
Yeah. Now it doesn't have as big a bed as yours does.
Well, see, that doesn't matter. You can change that. That's, in fact,
right.
The 2040 railing, if anybody wants to donate some to the channel, the thing you need to do is just go on Amazon and order 500 millimeter, 700 millimeter sticks, however long you want, just so long as they're longer than 380 millimeters. Okay.
Yeah.
So anything, say 500 millimeter and above, just go to Amazon or eBay and have that stuff delivered right there to P.O. Box 12, and I will make my laser printer twice the size. We'll double size it. Yeah. Because that's all you got to do.
Yeah.
The control board doesn't know. It doesn't have any limits. It'll travel as far as the track will let it travel. So, hello, Jim. Welcome. So that's the kind of cool part about that.
Now, does yours have the remote control with it too? The plug-in remote?
Yeah.
Where you can, does it? Okay.
Yeah, it's called a wireless mouse that I hooked to my laptop.
Oh, now this has a remote control that plugs into it, so I can run it from I can adjust my angle to get it just right. I don't know. Hell, I've never used it.
Yeah, this is all in the software. All that stuff is.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this has that too, and yeah.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about, Jody? What was that, Lloyd?
I paid a pretty good penny for it, so.
Yeah. Hello, Third Eye. Welcome. Well, look at there. We got a super chat, super sticker, $5. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Jody, is it the double rail or is it the single? Because I need double. But anyway, I guess you could screw them together somehow. But either way, here nor there. Yeah, so I've been just working like crazy on that thing.
Yeah.
And I don't have the image that I wanted to share, and I don't know if I can get it up on the screen. Let me see here if I can do this. I'm going to give this a go. I don't know if this will work. I just realized that it was, that didn't work. Anyway, I got hired to do a commercial drone job last week. Well, I got hired a week ago, but the job was this past Friday.
Hold on a second.
And according to Aloft and Air Maps, the area that this was in was 0-0. You know how Air Maps divides your airspace up into quadrants, square boxes, right?
Right.
This quadrant was 0 elevation. In other words, I couldn't fly there. Let me get that up here. Hang on. What do we got going on here? Yopoli.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my system.
Oh yeah, it's got a control panel on it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, cool. So this place I needed to fly was 0-0.
Oh, let me step away. Judy needs me real quick.
All right. And so I used the I don't have that on a slide, I don't think. Nope, I'll just switch over to that screen. Right, screen capture. I used Aloft and the Lance system to get authorization to fly in this airspace that I wanted to fly at, and it was rather painless, and I got the reply within 30 minutes, maybe. Might have been 30 minutes, but here's a shot of everything they said to me. This was after doing it on the app on the phone, of course, through Aloft, aka Kitty Hawk. Talks about the airspace, the time frame that I asked for, the elevation that I asked for of 100 feet, right here. I told them that I didn't need to be more than 100 feet off the air. And they're talking about, in accordance with CFR 10741, operation must be authorized within the airspace and time frame constraints. Altitude limits are absolute values above ground and shall not be added to the height of any structure. So when you do something like this, the structures don't count anymore. It's strictly above ground level. And they go on to further say that me being the pilot in command has to be available for direct contact by phone by ATC. And remote pilots are responsible for the airspace, blah, blah, blah. Well, I know that. That's why I filled this thing out and got the approval. And had to have certain steps in place if the drone loses its GPS signal and return to a predetermined location, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, that was really fairly easy. No, Jim, I didn't have to do the DJI unlocking nonsense because DJI doesn't consider this location a sensitive infrastructure critical whatever DJI considers stuff. I have no idea, but they it's not on their radar. What it was actually the National Cemetery, and I knew I could get permission to fly there, authorization to fly there, and I knew I could fly there because I've flown there before for another thing that I did. But and I'm going to go back and fly there maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure yet, but I've got another video I need to go shoot over there. Something that I discovered I found to be very, very interesting. But anyway, one of the big oak trees, and I mean big, 6 or 8 foot around, fell over into another oak tree in the storms we had here a month ago or so. And this tree company that has been using me some to do aerial video had me come out and shoot a little video of this. So I'm going to go ahead and play this. At this point now, they've got the trunk completely cut down, and the crane operator's actually trying to lift the whole thing with the crane, and he's not able to do it from right there, but he does get it wiggled loose and get it pulled, get the root ball pulled and stuff good enough that he could lay it down without tearing up that stone wall. That wall right there is probably a 100-year-old stone handcrafted wall, so they didn't want to damage that. But and right next to this location is an absolute no-fly zone. It's there's a museum there that's part of the National Registry. So it's no fly, period. So I had to be really careful. I was skirting the border with that and this, and I'm directly above some trolley car tracks at this point, and 6 feet the other side of the trolley car tracks is where the no-fly area is for the museum. So I had to be really super careful. But it was a good day. It was a little hot. The drone ran a little warm. The motors were a little warm. The batteries were a little warm. But it wasn't too terrible. There was never any danger of any failures or issues. But this is raw video from the drone. This is not edited, so you guys will see all the jerks and movements and all of that kind of stuff. And I got another clip that I think I can put in real quick. I was able to mount one of my cameras, one of my Osmo action cameras, on the mast of the crane. So I ended up with this cut here, and it's kind of strange because the coloring between the two cameras in the raw footage is ridiculous. You guys know what the drone footage looked like, and then this Osmo footage just looks terrible compared to all of that. And I guess I can take the sound out of it. I don't need sound in there. But I've also designed a GoPro mount that goes on a magnet that in the future when I do this will let the camera swing freely like it was on a gimbal, only it'll be just a gravity swing, gravity pivot, so that when the crane moves, boom moves up and down and stuff, the camera will pivot with it. But it was kind of a fun day out there flying and shooting that stuff. Let's see, did Chris Hope make it in here? Yeah, grandson won the game. All right, got a ring. That's cool, Chris. Congrats to the grandson. But so next week I'll be finishing up the video on the laser cutter modification, and I'll get that the X-axis cables, the actual power lead and signal wire to the laser, and the power lead to the stepper motor. I'll get those in the cable chain and get that mounted and get it all working like it's supposed to. You guys know I'm doing that field monitor case, the dual power one. Well, this right here is the bottom panel that's going to go in the bottom of that case. So it'll set in the case this way. So when you open the case up, this area here will be the battery door, access for the battery and the power plug. This is where the control box or control panel will be that controls the settings and things for the monitor. This right here will be the HDMI port where you plug in your HDMI cable, and then the hole is where the wires will go up through. They'll come out of the bottom and go into the top, and there will be a hole just like that in the top panel that holds the monitor. And that'll be the next part of it. And so that was the first cut with the laser, and
awesome.
I think I ran it 14 passes, but I probably could have got away with 10 or 12. So I'm running it on 40 or 50% power because I don't want to burn the wood up. So just back the fire down and move it, a little bit faster than you would if you were engraving, and that way it'll cut instead of burn, and it don't make so much smoke. It does a lot better not making so much smoke when you're cut instead of burn your way through stuff. But so that's been kind of interesting. Everything all right with Miss Judy?
Sorry about that, Mel. Yeah, well, this last week was my daughter-in-law's birthday. It's my grandson and daughter-in-law's both. And so we hadn't gotten her card. Well, my son come over, my oldest son, he was over check on his mom, and figured this way I didn't have to walk over there to deliver it. So I had to sign the card. I had the card, I just didn't have it signed, and Judy needed a pen to sign it, and then I had to drop a few bucks in there. Actually, I think Judy paid for that. I'll have to pay her back. That's supposed to come out of my money.
Oh, well.
So, yeah.
It'll be all right.
Yeah.
So, well, that's good. At least everything's good.
I like to have her. Yeah, everything's good. He's backed her with her for a little bit, so.
Okay.
She had a CAT scan done on Friday,
mm-hmm.
and I checked the results, and apparently the hamsters are still up there, just running fine. So.
Well, that's a good thing. Good.
Well, she'd fallen a couple weeks ago, pretty hard, and I think it kind of rattled her cage just a little while, but it seems to be getting better. So
cool. I want to thank again Rocket for that $5 super sticker. That was pretty cool.
Absolutely.
And I also want to invite anybody else that hasn't joined yet to join the membership to the channel. Trying to get that built up, and I'll start doing some early release videos for the members. Get those out, release them to the members a day or two early ahead of everybody else.
Right.
Make everybody else wait, right? Kind of a little hook. You got to have a hook,
Well, I mean, it's only fair.
You want fair? Go to the circus. Yeah. Go to the fairgrounds.
That's
you want
true.
fair?
Yeah, you want a fair, go to the fairgrounds.
That's right. Yeah, there's nothing fair or free. I'm not going to get into that. I don't want to go there. Yeah. Wrong channel.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're going to have to start your own you're going to have to start another channel where you can have your bitch and gripe channel.
Bitch and gripe channel?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
What
Nobody'd listen anyway.
I don't know. Well, we don't get a lot on our channel, but we're getting a few, and it's something we get to, bitch and gripe about, So it's like,
yeah,
works for me. It gives me a place to go.
I tune into Arts, and sometimes I forget to even say hello. I just sit there listening while I'm editing video or working on something.
Right.
And then I'll start.
Wrong one.
I'll start researching and bouncing windows and opening and closing browsers, and the next thing I know, it's been 30 or 40 minutes, and I'd done closed Arts 50 minutes ago, and
Yeah.
But when are you guys getting ready to go back out to your little cabin?
I don't know. It depends on Judy, on how she's feeling. She's just not doing as good as she should.
Well, I know a few days ago she was all about it.
Yeah.
But it rained.
Yeah. And so we need to get back out there, but she just, I don't know. We'll get out there when we get out there. Right now it's hotter than hell, and I really don't want to have to do the work of, I don't want to have to pack everything up in the truck, because we were working on the van. The tranny, that's another thing. She was supposed to have the CAT scan on Wednesday, and we had to turn around and come back. We got around the other side of town, about Highway 69. We got on the interstate from here. I had to get off of the highway because I was lucky to go 40 miles an hour. My tranny started slipping, so.
In the van?
So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's another thing. I'm either going to get another van, or I'm going to have that one worked on. I mean, it's paid for. It's got anything I buy that I could afford to pay, without having to make payments for more than 6 months.
Right.
Is going to cost, it's going to have 100,000 miles or 180,000 miles. I've got 80,000 on that thing, maybe 90,000 at the most.
Yeah.
And so it would probably be cheaper for me to have the tranny worked on than it would be to buy a new van. And,
yeah. You can
have
go
the
to the
tranny
wrecking yard
worked
and get a
on, the
tranny
oil
out of a
fixed.
total rollover or something that was, 50, 60,000 miles on it, and
Yeah.
swap it out. The trouble is that thing's front wheel drive or is it rear wheel drive?
I'm not going to swap it out. Hell, I'm not going to even work on it.
Yeah, front wheel drive and
Most I'm
sideways
gonna do
motor,
on it-
man.
Yeah, a V6 on top of that.
Yeah.
So there's no room down there. They had to put it. They actually had to put it up on a hoist or up on the rack, and then
lower the
part of
car down
frame
over the motor. Yeah.
Lower the motor down just to change the alternator.
Yeah. That's
so
crazy
I have
the way
no
they
clue
build
what's
them.
going to go on with the. So I'll contact them and see what they charge to work on the transmission there.
Well,
or if they even do it.
Here's a good perfect scenario for you, Lloyd. The transmission work will cost you $50 for the parts.
Oh yeah.
But the labor,
And
because
$3,000
it's a
for
sideways motor in a minivan, front wheel drive is going to cost you $10,000.
It may just need the. It may just need that relay valve changed in there, in the filter system. Up in.
Yeah.
I can't remember what you call it. I have not worked on a vehicle.
Well, there's
like
servos in there that make things move and stuff, but.
Could just be that, just causing it, because it does okay, in low gear, and then it kicks into second okay, but once you get out on high, it won't, or in the overdrive, or even in regular drive, it won't pull, just has no pulling power. It's almost like, matter of fact, I got it to finally kick in, and then all of a sudden the engine just goes ring, and it still wasn't going anywhere.
Oh, wow. Yeah, see, it also could be like the torque converter, too. Something could be up with that.
Yeah.
But
it hasn't dumped any fluid. And usually when a torque converter goes out, it spills its guts. You know, it dumps the fluid.
Yeah, not always. Sometimes.
Not always. In my case, it's always been that way. But you know,
yeah,
sure
yeah.
There's other cases. You know, usually that's the first.
Yeah, if it's not real bad luck, you don't have any type thing. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
So, talked about my commercial job I did Friday for the tree company. Talked about the Lance approval and having to fill out the app and adjust the little settings for where you're going to be flying and how high and how long and yada, 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 and all that stuff. And I got the approval for that, and I showed that. Talked about the laser cutter. Talked about the modification for the laser.
I got to show you something. I got this.
I encompassed drones a little bit because I talked about flying a commercial job. I think pretty well covered everything.
I want to show you. I got this beautiful. It's just unbelievably beautiful paperweight.
Well, I've seen that.
No, this is the new version. This is the paperweight version.
What do you mean?
The other one was a drone. This is a paperweight.
Well, I don't understand what you're talking about.
Well, I haven't been able to turn the damn thing on yet, so I just figure it's a friggin' paperweight.
Well, why haven't you been able to turn it on? It should turn on when you plug it in. Huh?
Well, it lights up. It's just a lighting up. Right now, all it is a damn lighting up paperweight.
Oh. See?
Yeah.
You should have... You should have listened to me and got this one.
If I'd have bought a new one of those, they now have the new software on them, and it doesn't bind with any of the old stuff. I'd still be going through it with it. Free Sky started screwing with their own stuff, and they don't even make. That's a Free Sky XM Plus receiver, and I've got a Tyrannus 9. It's an X9 Lite. It has the access, and the new updates that they have on the new QX7s are coming out with the access, or they're coming out with a new version of Assist, which still doesn't work. And it depends on whether yours has Assist, because yours is an older one. But it also depends. Do you have the FCC version, or do you have the European version, or do you have the Asian version? I don't know what the hell's on that because they didn't send me any paperwork. They sent me a really nice letter, and I got to admit that was great. And I can't get them to respond, and I've watched so damn many videos, I just said to hell with it. It's going to sit in my box for a few more days, and I'm going to let it work as a paperweight for right now.
Well, there you go. Just don't leave a battery plugged into it.
No, I unplug it. Hell, I don't leave it plugged in. I may be old and crazy, but I'm not completely stupid.
Well,
yeah, some days I am.
I'm not even going to comment on that.
Yeah, there are so many people running into this, and of course, the only one they had for the CO1 budget build was the XM Plus. So either I'm going to have to go with a Crossfire, and I'm going to have to take that one apart and put in a Crossfire receiver in it, or, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm hoping I'm going to hear from Doc Murdoch this week, or Jerry Calverley, or somebody. Or maybe even the people at Rotor Riot might finally answer my friggin' emails.
Yeah. Yeah, get the people that made it to fix it.
I'm a little pissed right now,
Yeah.
To be blunt.
Yeah.
Because that's ridiculous. It'll be a week tomorrow that I received it. They haven't answered one email.
After they didn't answer their first email, I'd have been ringing their phone. But anyway.
I rang their phone. They send you to the email. So I'm going to ring it again tomorrow, and I'm going to start leaving messages on any one of those channels. Does this pertain to this? Yes. Hey, I got a drone here. It don't work. somebody contact me.
Yeah.
I'll just go down all their lines until I get to one.
There you go. That'll take care of it.
One more gripe. Judy had this CAT scan. We had to reschedule it from Wednesday to Friday. They send me the thing through the email. You fill out all the information online now. You know, you take pictures of your card. You know, you take pictures of your underwear size to verify who you are. You do all this crap. Fill it all out, and they say, all you got to do is walk up and say who you are, and they'll send you right up to radio. No, I had to go over, and I had to start filling out this crap on a kiosk, which locked up. So I leaned around and said, hey, this piece of crap ain't working. What do I do to fix it? Oh, come in here, and we'll give you a tablet, and you can fill it out.
Well, now, didn't you already do this, and you did it online, right?
Right, I did it all online. He hands me a tablet. I look at it and I said, got one problem with this. He goes, what's the problem? I said, would you mind putting in friggin' English for me?
Uh-huh.
I don't read Spanish. I do, but I didn't want to take the time to fill it out. I was pissed. And
I wouldn't even done all that. I said, look, y'all, I spent a day filling all this stuff out and submitting it on your online service. Get it from there. I'm not doing it again. Do your job. I done mine.
Oh, all right. See you, son. Yeah, love you too, son. Yeah, well, I told them. They said, but that doesn't correlate with what we're doing. Bull crap. You sent me the friggin' emails. I filled this out twice. Once for the Wednesday. They said I didn't have to fill out the one for Friday. I still ended up having to fill it out. Pissed me off. Anyways.
That's the way it goes.
And they wonder why I'm the grumpy vlogger.
Well, you can see what your show's going to be like tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a humdinger tomorrow.
All right, everybody. Good night, Lloyd.
Good night, Mel. Wow, it's already time.
We burnt the hour already.
Wait a minute.
I appreciate everybody. You could have been anywhere. You chose to be here, and I really do appreciate that you came here. Rocket, thank you for that $5 super sticker. You have no idea how much I appreciate that. Good night, everybody.
Good night, all.